Hey, what's going on, guys? Sin City Guns here out in Las Vegas. However, I am actually not in Las Vegas. I'm in a hotel room in Miami right now, down in Miami Beach. Been traveling a lot for work lately, and I figured I should probably post a video since it's been forever. And I figured an appropriate video to post would be traveling with a firearm. So I often travel for work, and every time I can bring my firearm, I do. And what I mean by that is, if I'm going to a state that has reciprocity with my concealed carry, then I always bring a gun. So I figured I'd touch on this just real quick. So what you want to do when you're going to be traveling with a firearm, if you have a CCW, is you're probably going to want to Google CCW reciprocity. A couple of good websites come up. You kind of punch in your state that you live in if you have a concealed weapons permit, and then any other states that you hold permits in, and then you hit submit, and then it'll populate a map and it'll show you what states accept your CCW and which states don't. So earlier this week I was in Minnesota. They accept Nevada's CCW, and then now I'm in Florida, which also accepts Nevada's CCW. So traveling with a firearm is actually pretty easy. There are a couple of pain in the asses aspects about it, and I'll go over that. But first thing, what you want to do, aside from checking the website, making sure that they do have reciprocity, you want to get a hard case that you can latch from the outside, and that also can take locks. And these are the locks I use. They're little master locks, combination locks. And you're also going to want to have your firearm. Here's the backpack that I travel with, and this actually has become my everyday backpack. This is a Vertex Gamut Plus, or Gamut, I'm sorry, Vertex Gamut backpack. Has a nice concealed carry pocket here. And then I also, I'm going to be doing a review on this. I also have a body armor insert in here, so this whole panel gives me some bulletproof protection, at least against handgun rounds. The rifle round protection was a little bit heavy. But what you want to do is you want to take your firearm. Now this is loaded, so I'm going to keep it pointed kind of away here. Actually, let me go ahead and unload this. So what you want to do is take all of your ammunition out of your magazines, okay? And go ahead and put it in original box. So I always bring a box of 50 rounds. And I put my gun, obviously unloaded, in its holster. In my case here, my 50 rounds. And then if I was really getting ready to check this, these magazines would be empty. All 50 rounds go in the box, 2 magazines, and this is a nice, fairly small, compact way to carry it. And then obviously the locks go on the outside here. Now you want to get to the airport early. Typically airlines will not check your bag unless you're there at least 45 minutes to an hour before your flight. So I do get there about an hour and a half early. I have TSA pre-check, so that makes it really easy going through security. But get there early, have this in a bag that you're going to check, have it locked up and ready to go, and basically go up to the ticket counter. So that's the only kind of pain in the butt. Obviously you have to check the bag. I go up to the ticket counter, let them know that I have a firearm. They'll actually direct you to a special line, which for most airlines is actually special services line. So if there's a really long line at the general ticketing counter, because you have a firearm, you don't have to wait in line as long as everybody else, which is kind of an added bonus. But as soon as you get up to the ticket counter, just let them know, hey, I'm checking a firearm. They'll ask for your ID. They do not ask for your... They'll check you in, and then they will go ahead and have you fill out a little form, and it actually goes, you have to open up your bag. The form goes on top of the case. You never have to open the case or anything like that. And then they'll either walk you down to TSA and they'll make you stand there while they scan it real quick through the machine, or some airports like my Vegas airport, they'll take it, they do all that in the back. But you kind of have to wait around for like 5 or 10 minutes just to make sure there's no issue. As long as it's packaged like this and the gun is empty, all the ammunition is in its original package, and there's no ammunition in your magazines, you'll be fine. Typically what I do is I give them my cell phone number. I say, hey, if there's an issue, just call me, and then I go right on through security. I travel with my firearm probably at least 20 to 25 times a year. Pretty much everywhere I go, I'm able to take a firearm, so every time I do travel, I take it with me, and I've never had any issues. And then the only other thing I would recommend is I always carry it on my person unless I'm going to be wearing a bathing suit and going to the beach or something like that. So at that time, then I would recommend a good bag that is meant for concealed carry. But other than that, it's a pretty easy process as long as you have your ducks in a row and as long as you follow the laws. With the recent shooting in Orlando, the only drawback now is that some of the airlines are actually taking your bags and they won't put it out on the belt. They take it to the special pickup counter, and they'll even throw large zip ties around the outside of your bag. What I do is I just carry a pocket knife and I put it in my outside compartment here, because they'll actually zip tie here and here across, so that way theoretically you can't open it in the airport. And usually I'll just carry a knife in here, open this up, and I can cut it open real quick. But other than that, it's a pretty easy process. I've seen a couple of people post online, and you know, some of the other channels that I follow, and everybody kind of has questions about that. But it is very, very easy to travel with a concealed firearm. So this is Sin City Guns. I'll be coming back with a review on this bag here, my new everyday carry bag, and then I got a couple of other videos that I want to shoot for you guys if I can ever find the time. So that's that. Sin City Guns, thanks for watching. I'm done with work, so I'm gonna go hit the beach. You guys shoot straight.